of our video where I talked about uh, food businesses you can do in 2025. Remember, we are now in March, and if you are not doing all these food businesses, I wonder what you are doing. So the last one I said where I stopped, maybe I'm going to put a link on this video so that you go and listen to my first video that I actually did. Now, the first one I talked about was about sugarcane business. Let's rephrase that. Sugarcane business. We talked about fruit business that goes into zero line, and then we talked about those into poultry business. Okay, so when it comes to poultry business, a lot of things goes into poultry business. The sale of egg, the sale of chicken, that's the birds, then the sale of the manure, I mean the chicken feeds. You can always sell them to also make money. There's a whole lot of money. But remember, there's no business without risk. That's what people fail to understand. They feel that this one, oh, there's so much risk in it, though. Death of chicken and all that. My darling, there's no one that does not have risks when it comes to business. Okay, then the next one I was going to talk about, now we've listed four. When it comes to food business again, I talked about those selling food stuff. So the first thing is to watch what your area or the community where you live, what they lack. Do you understand? What does this community lack? what 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 solution can I provide? Do you understand? That is the things you need to check these things out and figure out how you can give solution to them. So if you live in an area or a community where you know that they lack these things, just try and improvise and start a business. My darling, it will pay you every good. Don't just sit at home in this 2025 and do nothing. There's so much money in food business. You can even go into packaging. What I mean, those that does cartons for grilling, plates, disposable is another business on its own in food industry, because these days a lot of people order fruits, people order juices, so you can go into packaging. So I believe with these few points, you can sit down, think about it, and choose the particular food business you can go into in this 2025 as a whole. Do you understand? Now, 2025 is something that will give you a joy, something that will make you feel beneficial in what you're doing, something that you're going to love, something that you derive joy in doing. Do you understand? So that's why I advise people when they say food business, it's not just cooking. A lot of things has to go into cooking. You don't just start food business so that you don't run into loss. You feel you are making sales, but at the end of the day, there's no sales. Do you understand? So this is what food business is always telling us about. You check your losses, you check what you need to do, and the last but not the least, you need to know your costing. Whatever business you're doing without knowing the costing, my darling, is as if you are running a loss. It's not even as if you are running a loss already. So any business you're doing, make sure you know your costing, the profit, total packaging, total amount of the things you bought, those that carry this, the logistics involved. You need to check all the stores and know where you need to put your costing. I bought this things for 1 naira. Let me say I bought this thing for 500 naira. Transportation going and coming cost me let's say 250. Okay, when I add it to it, the time spent, the packaging that is involved in it, how much will it cost it? You divide it and know how much is your profit. So that is how to know your costing. So another thing again is going to be costing. So I'm going to make the next video on our channel is going to be about costing, food costing. I'm going to do a lot about food costing, how to do it, and I'm going to show it in a practical way or board so that you can understand it. Are we clear? So for now, if you're watching my video, all I want you to do is just subscribe to my channel, like my video, share it so that somebody out there can learn one or two from it. So with that being said, I love you, and you know what to do. Take care of yourself and turn on the notification bell for the next course we are going to do on food costing. I love you. Bye.